Series 4, Episode 1, the prequel to another 11 unpredictable adventures featuring romance.
Oh my God, thank you. That was one of the great experiences of my life.
Yeah. You're attracted to me, aren't you, Clive?
Danger.
I think I'm really vulnerable.
Laughter.
Oh, he's so funny, isn't he?
It's a joke. Yes, it's a joke.
Knock about 5.
Conflict.
Listen, no big deal. I got a couple of guys out in the back gonna beat this.
And a whole galaxy of stars. But who is the phantom menacing these creatures? Clive Anderson, All Talk in half an hour on BBC One.
I love you, Clive.
Making a big impression first on widescreen BBC One, will you please welcome the many faces of Alistair McGowan.
Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to my show. Now, why is it that every time I put the TV on this summer, Ronan Keating has been on my screen? He's been on absolutely every programme throughout the summer. And he always gets asked the same question. Last week, he was on The Big Breakfast. Johnny Vaughan said to him, "So, Ronan, a lot of rumours about Boyzone maybe splitting up. Is this the truth, or is it just sordid and factually incorrect tabloid chittle-chattel?" And Ronan said, "Well, you know, I think at the minute, they're just all doing their own thing at the minute, you know, all the boys, and you know, which is, we're definitely not splitting up. But for me, myself, like, you know, I'm just sort of, you know, doing a lot of solo work, writing and recording songs, and the lads, you know, they're just sort of standing around a lot and dicking about a bit, and so there's no change there whatsoever, really." But he's been on all the time, Ronan Keating. But one person I haven't seen for a long time on my TV screens is Moira Stewart. She hasn't been reading the news for ages, poor Moira, has she? And I think that these exclusive pictures of her last news broadcast may reveal why.
Good evening. The Prime Minister, Tony What's-His-Face, has today been in that big place talking to that bloke. That bloke said the people of Doodah would not tolerate the thing any longer. Tony What's-His-Face said something back. That other lot have condemned the decision. The Prince of Thing went somewhere today. He met some people and smiled. He had to wear a hard hat. Then there was a tractor. Later on, there were some people with some placards. They were shouting no. He then went home and went to bed.
I'm the best. I'm the best at everything that I do. I'm the best at boxing. I'm the best at training. I'm the best at sitting here talking to you. I'm the best at having ears that stick out quite a long way. I know that. I'm the best at being from Sheffield. I'm the best at eating parking. I'm the best at parking. I'm the best at talking about myself. And I'm the best person at saying that I'm the best. I'm the best at thinking that everybody else thinks that I'm the best. I'm the best person at using the word best. I even say the word best, the best. Bester even than that George Best. People said that he was the best, but he was just G Best, and I'm the best. You better believe it. Oh, baby. So the victim was found dead in a room with no windows, and the door was locked. I've been trying to squeeze the mechanics of it out of my brain, and then last night, at 2 in the morning, I finally realised there was only one possible explanation. David Hunter was murdered by an ant. How did the ant do it? Simple. He used a laser. And where did he get the laser? At a picnic. Some scientists were having a picnic. One of them left a laser lying on the ground. While no one was looking, the ant carried it away. Lucky for the ant, it was a new kind of lightweight laser that the scientists had just invented. There's only one thing I still can't quite understand. How it took me so long to figure it out.
Footprints asleep. He's lovely when he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Could ever do that?
Yeah, it's funny.
So did you have a good day at... What's it then, David?
Yeah, it was all right. Scored 2 goals.
Oh, good. What are goals again exactly?
And the ball goes into the goal.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And I got both our goals.
And that's good, is it?
What the game's all about, really.
So you won, then?
Well, no, because they got 3.
Oh, 5-0.
3-2.
Oh, 3-2, shame.
What about you?
We worked out a new dance routine.
And did you do any of your lovely singing, Princess?
David, we don't sing. That's all done by someone else.
Kevin and Nigel.
Yeah.
So you had a nice day then, Princess?
Yeah. And you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of starting another unit trust.
Frederick Reese have got some excellent ones at the moment.
Yeah, and I think a unit trust is probably the best form of investment.
Oh, definitely, apart from property.
Yeah, because you're going to get a far better rate of growth on your investment in a unit trust than you would on, say, building society account.
Yeah, almost double. Of course, it does depend on the fluctuations of the FTSE 100.
Which is always risky.
But the overall projected rate of growth is excellent.
I'll do that then.
I would.
These cucumbers are a bit hot.
They're courgettes, David.
Tell me, when you're at home doing your Captain Mannering impressions in front of the mirror, do you turn into Eddie Izzard? Happens to me all the time.
Now, gather round now, men. Now, come along, Wilson. Get these men falling in, will you? No, Wilson, come on. No, Pike! What are you doing in the platoon, Pike? You're a fish. And there are no fish in the platoon. There's Godfrey Wilson Jonesy, the one who died young, but no fish. Ooh, la, 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 la.
6 months ago, it didn't exist, but today the Welsh Assembly is starting to... You see, that's typical, isn't it? How come Scotland gets its own parliament and the Welsh get an assembly? Eh? Have you seen it? They sit around an RE teacher at the piano singing hymns while one of them does a presentation about the seasons and a spotty teenager reads out a few sporting achievements. Typical, isn't it? All right for the Scots. Proper parliament. Welsh Assembly. And now here's Rob Bonnet with the sport.
So, university. Excellent.
Christ, what a dump! What a Stygian, stinking, Dantean hellhole of horror this is! Who the devil are you?
Oh, I'm Grant.
What are you jabbering about, you thatch-haired ponce of a prancing, preening fop? I am Grant.
No. I am Grant.
Listen, I am Grant. Richard E., a.k.a. the Scarlet Pimpernel. So don't argue with me or I'll get damned cross, ain't it? I bet you wouldn't like a glittering blade up your jacksie. Or maybe you would.
Well, yeah. Excellent. Well, look, I'll just skulk along and put my bags in my room.
Listen, I came up yesterday. I bagged the biggest room, and I'm not going to surrender it without a fight, monsieur.
Yeah, fine, whatever you say. Oh, who's that? I think it's a girl.
Whoever she is, she's mine. I simply must have some sex while I'm here. I want the finest sex available, and I want it now.
Hello, boys. Which of you two complete and utter darlings can tell me where I can find a student called Grant?
I am Grant. Hello.
Sorry I'm late. I've just been pursued across a cornfield by a madman in a biplane.
Why didn't you get the bus like anyone else?
I didn't have the exact fare. Now, I believe I'm sharing this house for a term. I'm Cary Grant. Pleased to meet you.
Why are you dressed as a waiter?
I have an invitation to the Freshers' Ball.
Then you must be the man I'm looking for.
But I'm not only going to the ball because I'm also an international jewel thief. Oh, excellent.
Jewel thief, eh?
Who are you two clowns?
We are not clowns. Although I have just joined the Drama Society, don't you know?
Yeah, is she staying here as well, your bird?
Do you mind? This is Polly Spread Likely. Her father runs the cook's yard. Overwhelmed. Yes, she's a skittish and high-spirited girl who wanted nothing more than to come to a former polytechnic and study engineering.
Actually, I wanted to go to Loughborough, but they wanted 2 C's and a D. Would you believe it?
Oh, bad luck.
So, are we up to the ball, darling?
Listen, Carrie, don't be sad, but I'm not coming with you. I've decided to stay here tonight with the boys.
But what will you do?
Oh, I don't know. Get wasted, watch videos, probably of Countdown.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, and I'll wager there's some leftover curry in the Frigidaire.
How absolutely lovely.
Oh, what a night in prospect. I could almost blub.
Ah, disappointing. Oh, nice. Surreal, but, nice.
The actor, Oh What's He Been In, has died aged 72. Oh What's He Been In shot to prominence in the hugely popular Thing with That Woman in It. He then went on to star in That Detective Show with all those other blokes and became a household name when he went on to host the game show, You Know, that one where they have to guess things. A close friend of Oh What's He Been In said sad things.
Jobs they shouldn't have done. Number 34, Frank Skinner, Songs of Praise. Right, now, we've come to Morton in the Marsh today. I'm talking now to Jimmy Franklin, who writes the parish magazine here. All right, Jim. Now, I've got to say, I've read your magazine, and it's crap, really, isn't it?
Well, no. It's a lifeline to those unable to come to church through disability and age. It helps give a sense of community. And personally, I think the quiz page is really rather good.
Well, you say that, but it is crap. Now, look, what I think you should do is liven it up a bit by putting a few jokes in there.
You think so?
I do think so, yeah. And actually, I've got one for you, strangely enough. Bloke comes to a new parish, you can have this. He wants to join the church. He says to the vicar, "Vicar, I'd like to enter the choir." And the vicar says, "Well, wouldn't we all? But a lot of them just won't have it." Too saucy for you.
I'm not bragging or nothing, but I know that I was given a gift. I was given this special gift when I was born. I was given, right, this really nice set of Le Creuset saucepans, you know, and, OK, I didn't understand at first, but now I understand the power of that gift. I know how they conduct heat better than any other saucepan, and I know how well they clean up one wipe, and oh, baby, the power of them saucepans is awesome. They're mine. Nobody can take them away from me, because they're mine. That's my gift that I was given. Oh, you better believe it.
Michael Burke always seems an odd character to me, you know, because on the news he's always appalled by the slightest bit of human suffering, and then on 999 he seems to positively revel in it, doesn't he? Tonight on 999, blood, screaming and very bad acting as we exploit human misery and sensationalise people's close shaves with death. People like Peter Cherry. Peter was stuck, impaled on a rusty iron fence for 8 hours with no supplies, no mobile phone and not even a dinghy. Margaret Peach, stranded on a high ledge above the high seas in high heels. Stupid woman. And Hugh Apple, struck by lightning, trapped by a freak avalanche and forced to live off his own vest for a month. We'll be reenacting the suffering of people who very nearly died, but didn't. Damn them. Now, my fellow guest tonight is a man who all actors want to work with, and most comedians want to be, and someone who I don't think is anywhere near as funny as Billy Connolly. He is, of course, Woody Allen. Now, Woody Allen, you're in town promoting your new movie. Tell us first, what's it about? New film, what's that about, isn't it?
Oh, what's it about? Well, you know, it's a homage to the place that I love most in the whole entire world.
Which presumably is New York?
No, Northampton.
You mean Woody Allen, Northampton in England?
Yes, I do. You know, I mean, it really is a tremendous place. It's the view alone, you know, especially if you approach on the train, is inspirational. Those wonderful low buildings, you know, and then there's the Derngate Theatre there, you know, and you've got the shopping centres, and you're very close to Corby, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I find this quite astonishing because for many years now, you know, you've even thought it was the quintessential New Yorker, certainly in this country. And, I mean, why this sudden affection for Northampton?
I should tell you, I really should, that, you know, I'm actually from Northampton, you know. I live in Northampton. It's true, yeah.
So, are you saying then that your whole life in New York has been a lie?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the whole thing really was just a career move. You know, I couldn't possibly live there. You know, I mean, who'd want to live in Manhattan in a big apartment block? You know, when you could have a lovely semi-detached house in Wolverton with a a garden and a fishing pond and one of those lovely rotating washing lines. You know.
Yeah, well, you've got a point there. But I mean, what about your religion? I mean, is there a large Jewish community in Northampton? If there is, I must say, I've never been aware of it.
Well, you know, there may well be, but, you know, I'm not Jewish.
Well, you're telling me now that you're not Jewish?
Absolutely. You know, the whole Jewish thing was really just a monumental typing error. You know, my first agent, he worked out of Kettering, sweet guy, dead now, you know, but the final joke was I got 10% of the ashes. His secretary was putting me into his books, you know, and she was meant to type Woody Allen, newish comedian. You know, and she typed Jewish instead. The letters are very close on the keyboard. It's a very easy mistake to make, you know. But the publicity went out, and you know, I went along with it for a little while, and then you know, I was kind of stuck with it. You know,
Well, this is all quite astonishing. But Woody Allen, thank you very much for coming in, talking to us. We don't often see you in this country. Obviously, we should look a little harder. But I'm going to keep talking in that rhythm because the end of the programme is approaching, and it's just time for me to say thank you very much to see you, Woody Allen. How to do Tony Blair? Well, basically, there's certain words that you've got to get into the mix for your Tony Blair to work. You want words like benefits, policies, conservatives. Very important words for your Tony Blair. But above all, if you want your Tony Blair to really succeed, you must remember that Tony Blair always sounds as if the next thing he would say in any sentence when he'd stop talking would be, "Can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you." Absolutely true. Any sentence you like, that is what he would say next. Obviously, we're working towards peace in Ireland. We've worked very hard. It's a great chance now, a great opportunity for us, and we'd be stupid to let that opportunity slip. Can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you. See? It works every time. Obviously, this government is 100% behind a bid for the 2006 World Cup. It would be good for this country. It would be good for football. It would be good for football in this country. And can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you. Tony Blair there for you.
David,
Yes, Princess?
I've been thinking.
Yeah?
I made a bit of a mistake.
What are you talking about?
We weren't in Brooklyn when Brooklyn was conceived. I got my dates mixed up.
How?
I thought it was 7 months.
7 months? That's a zebra. 1 month is a rabbit, 2 months is a cat, 18 months an elephant, 2.5 years a humpback whale. And it's 9 months for a baby.
Well, how come you know so much about it anyway?
We did it in school, the day I was there.
Oh, right.
So where were we then?
Blackburn.
Blackburn?
Blackburn, after you played Blackburn.
I'm going to have to get me tattoo redone now. It was really sore as well.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been Sheffield Wednesday. At least this way you can keep the beat.
And okay. And the N, I suppose. Blackburn Beckham.
Sorry.
This bacon's raw.
It's Parma ham, David.
It's become one of the hottest awards in the arts world, and today the nominations were announced for this year's Booker Prize. They included See, what's the point of that, really? We all know the greatest writer of all time was Dylan Thomas. Any prizes, ancient or modern, are totally irrelevant. In fact, there's little point in anyone writing anything ever again, because it's never going to be better than Under Milkwood. Ah, Polly Garter, where are you now? Giving the breast in your garden to your bonny new baby. Your Welsh baby. And here's Helen Young with the weather.
So, cutting to the quick. Janet Ambergast was found dead in a room with no windows and the door was locked. That room was protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system. It was also under constant armed guard. Closed-circuit television cameras monitored it from every conceivable angle, every single second of the day and night. On top of that, it was built on a high cliff, on an island, in an extinct volcano, on the moon. No one could possibly have had access to that room. So how was Janet Ambergast murdered? Well, I've absolutely no idea. I haven't got a clue. Maybe she had something that didn't agree with her. Chip pen fire, maybe her head fell off. Beriberi, groin strain, allergy to nuts maybe, or perhaps she got depressed. Perhaps a room with no windows on the moon doesn't let in a lot of natural sunlight. Tell you the truth, I've lost interest now actually, don't care anymore. I'm off down the building society. See you. It's not a perm, okay? It's just a natural sort of curl.
Jobs they shouldn't have done. Number 23, Angus Dayton, reading the football scores.
Bradford City, a resounding 0. Arsenal, an unsurprising 1. Chelsea, standing proud with a rampant 5. Coventry City, a rather shamefully shrunken 2. Leeds United, roaring like a savage lion of the savannah grasslands with a golden-maned 3. Sheffield Wednesday, bleeding like a small chewed-up wildebeest with a whimpering death rattle of a feeble 1. Manchester United, laughing all the way to the bank, waving a briefcase of £1 million notes with a guaranteed gold card credit limit of 3. Watford, barking like a pariah dog in the sewers of New Delhi with a revolting excrement-encrusted 0.
Just do the numbers, Angus. We haven't got time. Please. Thanks.
I want your attention for just a few seconds only. Basically, we're trying to launch an urgent appeal to end a situation that has gone on needlessly for far too long. For those of you that don't know about it, it's been said a lot as well on the radio over the years, but basically I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It's been 12 years now, and it is starting to get on my nerves, to be honest with you. I even put an ad, a postcard, in a newsagent's window in Dublin there, just a simple ad. Have you seen what Bono's looking for? No response. Governments typically have been uninterested. So now I'm asking you lot, please, check your garages, check your lofts, check the glove compartment of your car, but please help me find what I'm looking for. You can make a difference and end this suffering, please. That'd be grand. Thanks.
It's 6:15, and coming up later in the programme, nothing about Wales.
These peas are still in their pods.
They're munched too, David.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Elvis Costello.
He may be the voice I can't forget, like a broken clarinet. He's all reedy, and then suddenly very low. He may be the man with less appeal than anyone since Ian Beale. Why does it always make me feel like switching off the radio? He may sing the theme from Notting Hill, may well be the worst bit in the film. Gets wet, wet, wet He has made it his career path to sound just like your father singing in the bath. Oh, the team song for the final of the FA Cup. He chose his new son Ed Costello, though he can't sing the letter O. And he chose Elvis in an effort to impress. He hoped his new first name would mean he was as successful as Presley. But the only song that worked for me was Oliver's Me.
Who gets the last brownie? Well, I think I deserve the brownie because every time I speak, I have to do this strange blinking thing. You might have noticed that. And okay, it's not terribly much, but it's really not terribly easy. So, yeah.
Well, I think I deserve the brownie because I don't have that many lines in Notting Hill, and so every time I look at you, all I can do is my big scary frog grin.
Really?
Yeah, you know, this one.
Yeah, shickety-brickety. But then again, usually I deserve the brownie for living with Liz Hurley and putting up with her showing her beastly knickers all the time in public, so
Don't you think I deserve the brownie for falling in love with you without hardly having a conversation with you?
that is definitely brownie capable. Actually, maybe we both deserve the brownie for doing this this terrible scene about the brownie, which for me stood out a mile as being really terribly embarrassing. So well done us. But as I'm a gentleman, I'm going to let you have it.
And don't forget, I'm just a girl sitting in front of a brownie, asking it to let me eat it.
Classic. Well done, you.
And now here's Helen Young with the weather, and I expect it's going to be another nice day tomorrow, Helen, across the whole of the United Kingdom. Except Wales, probably. Although you always stand in front of Wales anyway. Why can't you stand in front of Suffolk for a change? It's because I'm Welsh, isn't it? Eh?
I am the bringer of great news. I have finally found what I'm looking for. And you know what? Edge had it all along. Couldn't believe it. He nicked it years ago for a joke, and he's been keeping it under his hat all this time. It's unbelievable. I am shocked. I can't believe it. I mean, you know, there's me for 12 years singing away at the front. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And there's Edge at the back. You know, after I've asked the whole of Dublin to join in the search, I launched my urgent appeal. And as I say, there's himself sniggering away at the back on his guitar with it under his bleeding hat. Cheeky bastard. Thanks.
And finally, the fluffy cute thing was today doing something it doesn't normally do in a place it's not normally found. I hope that leaves you feeling a little more, That's all from us until later, when the one with the small eyes who does 9-9 thing will be back with more stuff.
Well, as someone once said, now's the time to say goodbye. But isn't it strange how in this country nowadays nobody says just a straight goodbye anymore, do they? They say weird things like ciao, catch you later, cheers, yeah. And some people say to me, take care. Now, call me paranoid, but why have I got to take care? What do these people know that I don't know, eh? Anyway, goodbye, take care, and can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you.
Next on BBC One, a new series of Clive Anderson, and on BBC Choice, the best of EastEnders Revealed. That's on now.
He's been a household name game since the 70s.
I've got a lot of encouragement from a nun.
He's a little diamond.
He's a living legend.
For me, to come second is to come nowhere.
Not to mention all-round entertainer.
I know who you are.
And now our Euro 2000 hopes rest on this man's shoulders.
It won't be easy, but it is possible.
Simon O'Brien salutes the man, the games and the hairdo in Kevin Keegan Night, Sunday at 8 on BBC Choice.
Why did the cow in the zoo go moo? Does photosynthesis happen at night? Who is to blame for the tragedy of Macbeth? How does a hurricane form? What are the symptoms of bubonic plague? Based on the curriculum, BBC Schools Online is a clever new way of learning. With information for every age group, it can help anyone get interested in anything. Why can't chickens fly?
She couldn't stop thinking about him.
Sophie is a teenager. I'm not. Am I?
She couldn't stop thinking about Batman. She couldn't stop thinking.
I can't walk out on Jeff and Ellen for a stranger.
She couldn't stop.
In one small moment, everything changed.
Pure wickedness.
What we're doing is wrong.
Heartbreaking drama.
We were all right till you came along.
Starts Wednesday, 15th September, BBC One.
Consigned to Room 101, the pet hates of actress Mira Sial on BBC One in half an hour after the return of the man who's all talk.